Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reacting to the Treyarch dev talk about zombies. Finally, they decided to drop one about Black Ops 7 zombies, so me and Harry are going to listen and give our feedback on what we think about what they're doing and changing within Black Ops 7 zombies.
I mean, I'm excited. I feel like I haven't been able to keep up with the news that much, but
You'll be fine.
I'm itching for more content.
Anyway,
Yes.
Let's go ahead and start the blog.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Drew,
Steve Bianchi here.
Mark Maestas.
and we're here from the Zombies team, and we're here today to answer questions coming out of the beta. What's changing from beta in Zombies? The beta was super helpful. We never had this before. It was really cool to just get all sorts of data, especially at high rounds. And so a lot of the tuning we're gonna be making is related to high round strats and damage values and things of that nature.
Let's get into some of the big ones. Are we getting a unique zombie?
Okay, you said let's get into some of the big ones, and they didn't even answer the question.
Yeah.
They just cut to
okay,
like a
let's
different.
Keep going. Maybe they'll get to it.
Okay, but anyways, like that. We figured that was gonna happen. So pretty basic answer so far.
He's HUD this year. There is a unique HUD theme coming to zombies at launch. We're really excited to have that in BO7 and look for some more in the upcoming seasons.
What do you think? I think that is a great change.
Hey.
I mean, they got leaked that it was just gonna be like Black Ops 3 HUDs, like Shadows of Evil in the Giant.
Oh yeah, like the
those HUDs?
pictures you showed me.
Yeah. So I mean, that's cool, but the problem with that is it doesn't give itself its own character. Once again, it's just gonna feel like a different kind of game, and I kind of am disappointed. Although I am kind of happy that they're taking a small step in the right direction, because eventually they'll, be able to create their own unique HUD again. At least that's the hope from this.
I don't mind like going with the BO3 look. I mean, the BO3 HUD is probably the best it's been. I mean, it's BO3. Pretty much everything in BO3 was the best in zombies, but I like the HUDs that pop out a little more and don't blend in and kind of become like gray mush along the sides of the screens. So I really don't mind this direction. I would like some individuality. But
I think a couple HUDs that were
better.
Original did get leaked as well, so we'll see. But I think it's cool how you're potentially able to choose which HUD you want. Anyway, let's continue.
Why didn't Treyarch show off any HUD themes at COD Next? It simply just wasn't ready to show yet. So when we do COD Next, we use a build that's, at this point, a couple months dated. And so this was a feature that was later in our development cycle. The Zombies HUD theme is very unique for the mode. We're really excited about it, and we're going to show it to you before launch.
Okay, they said unique to the mode, so that probably means they're making some original ones. But we knew about the HUDs even before COD Next, so I don't know.
I was hoping it'd be like optional, like you can just choose whenever the heck you want to use a certain HUD, but
That's what it is.
I guess it kind of, yeah.
But I don't. That's the thing, though. Like, that's what made Naps unique as well. Is like Shadows of Evil has its own HUD. Like also the perk
it's still
icons
early
as
on.
well. The perk icons would change depending on what crew you were using in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. That's why Shadows of Evil with that crew has those like shaded and sharped up perk icons, is because you're playing with that crew, and that's what signifies that that's who you're playing with.
Yeah. Weapons didn't feel strong enough after round 30 in the beta, so how are we going to address that?
We are looking at the higher rounds, and it's important for us that players are able to continuously play and maintain their ammunition by killing zombies, getting points, buying ammo, and the cycle continues. You didn't have access to your augments in the beta. Day one, you'll have access to anything you've unlocked in BO6, and that's going to be really helpful for maintaining your economy.
So
That's a stupid no. That's fucking stupid.
No, okay. I didn't have issues with that at all in the beta. I mean, I wasn't even using like max packed like weapons. I didn't even have the best weapons in the game, and I was still able to keep up. So I don't know why people were complaining about this.
Over round
so
30,
much.
you did not make it above round 30.
Yeah, if anything, you could complain about like getting good guns from the chest, because I rarely got a decent gun. When I was hitting the chest, I'd often get like crappy pistols and see those repeated a million times.
Well, that's not even like, I mean, that's a concern, but also the bad guns being a thing, like it was fine back then. Like the guns weren't insane back in like BO4 or before, like BO3 or BO2, because and it was fine because at the time that was like you shoot and if you shot a zombie you got a point. So you would actually earn points from that to keep spending money over and over again. But in this modern system, you have to get kills, and if your guns are so weak to where you can't even get a kill, it's eventually just going to drain all your money by buying ammo, and if you can't kill them, you're just going to go down. And that's why it's like kind of a problem, because you just use the same weapons every single game, which is just the one weapon, and augments aren't going to do anything. That's a stupid cop-out bullshit garbage answer, and that really pisses me off that they just said, oh well, you didn't have augments, but we did in BO6, and this was still the exact same complaint from Cold War and Black Ops 6, so it's just kind of confusing, and I think it's fucking stupid.
So for the saw blade trap, we did decide to increase the price just a little bit there. We saw that a lot of players were spending a little bit of essence and almost making that all back. So we're going to bump that up, and we're also going to reduce the attraction on that.
That's fucking stupid. Why would
That's
you increase
small.
the price on it? The complaint was weapons not doing enough damage, and that's the reason why they would buy the trap, so you can make or get kills without losing a bunch of money. And now they're going to up the trap price, so it's going to be even harder to gain points and get kills and do all this stuff. And plus, back then in Black Ops 2 and earlier, traps were actually the high round method on those maps, and they still are to this day, because it's the same engine, obviously. So it's just a little frustrating to see something like that, and I don't know how I'm going to feel about that when the game comes out, but I guess I'll just have to wait and see for about another month. I
think they're a little disconnected from the fan base. They need to look a little bit less at the numbers and more about what's going on in the community, because these are weird questions. Like, where they even did they like scrape this together from like Twitter or whatever?
I don't know. They probably just make these up on their own. Like, they see common things that are
Maybe.
said and just flop them into one. Anyway.
So
Yeah.
we have this change with SMGs, where at really close ranges you'll get a damage bonus. The shock baton is getting some adjustments too. We wanted to make sure the weapon is balanced with the new abilities of heavy attack and critical attack. It was doing pretty significant damage during the beta, and we wanted to make sure we have room to grow with other weapons and give them their own identities. We've also made some other minor adjustments to a few other weapons, which you can find out
When we go live.
Okay, I kind of like that. The SMG change, where if it's closer they do more damage. That's like what they're supposed to do, but it's okay. And then the nerf of the melee weapon is kind of stupid. It's a fucking melee weapon. I don't know what you want us to do with it. If you make it useless, and no one's gonna fucking use it. Now that people are using it, you're making it useless. I don't understand.
They're not happy when some things are working well and when they're not. I don't know.
I think they're trying too hard to overbalance the game, and they're actually doing the opposite, where they're making everything underpowered and just not as useful as it should be. So I think that's what is happening. But let's continue on to this question, which is a good question.
Why was the Doppelgast in the beta? So we want to make sure that each survival map kind of has its own identity, and we thought that at round 40, it's high enough rounds to kind of add in a little bit of variety to kind of spice up the loop there. We thought the Doppelgast is a great kind of intermediate between the Zersa and the normal zombies and the Ravagers. But that's going to be something like each survival map will kind of have its own unique identity. Don't expect the Doppelgast to be in every survival map. This might be the only survival map it's in.
Fuck that. No. That's stupid. Its own identity, that's a thing you created in DLC 1 in Citadel More and added it into every single other map you had. We don't want this fucking garbage. This was one of the biggest complaints as well, is the spam with Doppelgast and the Manglers and Amalgams and all that shit. The Zersa, great. Ravagers, great. Two different technical zombie types and variants and, stuff like that. That's beautiful. But getting a fucking Doppelgast back, I don't give a shit if it's a survival map or not. This is a completely different game. We've been asking for new enemies over and over and over, and this is bullshit. We don't want this motherfucker in our games. This shit pissed me off so bad when I saw it. I can't even believe how lazy this bullshit is. I was so excited for the originality and unique creations that they were making with the Xursa and Ravagers and Ashes of the Damned, and then they put this piece of shit back in the game, and they're doing it for other survival maps, which I just don't understand. I don't get it.
Is every special and elite enemy from Black Ops 6 coming to Black Ops 7? No. So for the most part,
Yay!
The enemies from Black Ops 6 aren't coming over. In general, like the evolutionary chain from Black Ops 6, so Parasite, Vermin, and Amalgam are not coming to Black Ops 7.
No manglers.
They're fucking laughing about it. That's how bad it was.
Dude.
They're fucking laughing.
Thank
And yet,
God.
They got rid of amalgams, manglers, vermin, and parasites, but guess what's still in the game? A fucking Doppelgast, because they couldn't resist at least one of them. So that probably means that instead of manglers, you're going to get Doppelgast, which is fucking dreadful. Although they did tune down the amount it spawns in, but that's still going to be fucking annoying seeing the same enemy over and over and over and over and over. The only time it was like fine was back then when the dog rounds were a thing, and then they changed it up in Black Ops 4 with 9 giving you the tigers and stuff, which is kind of the same, but they also give you gladiator rounds, which is really different and super, super cool and creative and unique. And then Blood of the Dead also had the Hellhounds, but that also fit the map's atmosphere, so it made complete and total sense for something like that.
I'm glad they got rid of the bugs, but it's kind of just like replacing a little pile of garbage with an even bigger pile of garbage, because the little like 2.0 jumping jacks are so annoying, especially when they do so much damage and they're so hard to hit. You can't run away from them because they're faster than you. So you're forced to just like sit there, and if you have a crappy gun, then there's absolutely nothing you can do.
Next is Cursed mode, and I'm kind of excited to hear about what he has to say. So I hope it's something good.
Tell us more about Cursed. I would love to tell you more about Cursed, but the mode is inherently built to be about discovery and letting the community figure out what is all in there. So we're trying to kind of strike that balance of letting you know the general shape of the mode.
You're still excited?
It's a harder, more advanced mode. And once you're in there, you have the classic point system, no mini-map.
Okay.
You start with the pistol.
Okay.
But besides that, there's other attributes that change, like ammo costs and things like that. But what you're doing in there is you're trying to find these relics. And each relic is this additional difficulty modifier. So you find that, you unlock it permanently, and you can activate relics and make the mode even harder. But by doing so, you'll also unlock additional rewards. And the first reward is once you hit kind of tier 1, is golden armor now becomes available and Cursed as a wall buy.
That's beautiful, by the way.
With that said, let's try to answer some of the questions you do have about the mode. Can we get Cursed at launch?
Okay, that's cool. I like that. I like to give rewards for stuff like that, and I like that it's a progressive mode because it gives you more replayability. But we'll have to see how much stuff you can earn in each tier or earn before getting up another tier, if that makes sense. Like for example, if in Minecraft, if you get like 3 diamonds or something, you can only make like a pickaxe, an axe, and a sword and a hoe. You can't make anything of armor. But if you get like 4 to like 6, you can make armor now. You can make leggings, a helmet, boots, stuff like that. So if it's something like that, that's good. But if it's like kind of like,
Leggings
oh, you
are
get
7.
1, level up, another 1, level up, that's kind of garbage.
Leggings are 7, by the way. But I'm not too familiar with the Cursed system. But I'm glad they're adding a little more to the modes, because BO6 was a little boring with just like having the one mode.
Yeah.
Without having to unlock it. So we know there's a lot of discussion about this, and we totally understand that players want to experience this version of zombies. So what we're gonna do is unlock Cursed as soon as someone out in the world completes the main quest in Ashes of the Damned. We'll make sure that everyone is able to go into that mode once that main quest has been solved.
No pressure.
That means you fatties better get on
like
it fast, because I want to play Cursed mode, dude.
Yeah, so as soon as the first people in the world, not your region, not you, the first people ever to beat Ashes of the Dam's Easter egg will actually unlock Cursed for every single player in the game, which I do like a lot. I do like that. So, but they won't unlock relics for you. You have to do that yourself. And people, I'm sure, will put out tutorials on how to do stuff like that, and we'll definitely be putting out content like that. At least that's the plan. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a diabolical facial expression to pause on. They could just let us have it, but I don't know. They have this obsession of people just kind of figuring things out on their own. So
It's to be like
another
a progressive
like you
system,
said, to
though.
bring back like old zombies, I guess.
Will there be a relic to remove armor
Please.
in Cursed?
Please.
No.
No,
You really need armor
motherfucker!
to survive these high rounds.
No.
It's a harsh world out there. Without armor, you die pretty quickly.
That's the point of the mode, though.
No.
That's the whole entire point of the mask, buddy.
Or just add permanent armor if you really have to. I don't know.
But that's what I was about to say, is there's golden armor. So, I mean, technically, you don't have armor if you buy the golden armor, but it's just so frustrating because it's so annoying having to play it up. And I bet you he's going to say some shit about the Vulturade perk where you can just pick it up and it reapplies. I don't give a shit about that. I don't care. The fact of the matter is that armor is in the game. It is a shit system. Nobody liked it from Cold War to Black Ops 6, especially not in Black Ops 6. It is one of the worst, and I mean worst mechanics Zombies has ever implemented. I fucking hate it.
So we do have an augment for
Yeah,
Vulturade
fucking
that
knew
will
it, dude. There it is.
automatically replay an armor piece for you when you pick it up. But also,
Who gives a fuck?
there's golden armor, which you can get after you upgrade to the 3 plates.
You're gonna need golden armor in Cursed. It's a really challenging mode. When you start stacking those relics at higher tiers, it's essential.
Okay, so you have to keep buying armor over and over again. That's fucking stupid.
And we get some legacy weapons in
Whatever.
BO7 zombies, like the Olympia and PPSH 41. We've seen the discussion
Did we
about
not
this,
get the Olympia?
and we are
Right.
looking into how this might be doable, but no promises.
Okay, so the thing about that
We don't need any of
is
that.
I don't want guns that have previously been in the game. I want original new shit. Plus, I don't want the guns to be on every single map. Like Buried had the Python, it had the PDW, the SVU, the AN. Like that's what made the map unique. And then Mob of the Dead had the Tommy gun. Imagine if every single, so did Origins, but imagine if every single Black Ops 2 Zombies map just put the Tommy gun in the box after that. It just wouldn't have been good. It just wouldn't have been good. Didn't fit the aesthetic or atmosphere of the other maps, which is why they didn't put it in the other ones. Garage Trophy is one of the best examples for that, where they actually added the PPSH back because it fit the aesthetic so well. Like, incredibly well. It was a World at War kind of vibey map, a World at War layout map, and it just made total sense. The HG-40 was introduced in Zetsubo no Shima, wasn't added on any other map besides, I think, maybe the Chronicles maps? No, not even actually, the original MP40 was, so they're two different guns. And then Dreisendrach had the RPK, which isn't on any other map either. So it's really not that difficult. Plus, out of the main 4 DLC maps, Revelations also had some. They added back the Tommy gun as well. I mean, that's kind of counterintuitive to what I said, but it also made the map within Black Ops 3 at the time extremely unique and different to the others. It also had the Thunder gun. It all had the Apothecon Servant again, which you could only play if you played Shadows of Evil, which gave you a little bit of variety, but not like, oh, if I want to go play Dreisendrach, I can just get this broken-ass squid with my bows. Like, that's, you get what I'm saying? It's just kind of boring and gives it no character. So I really hope they don't add it to every single map if they do add new weapons in. That's my hope.
This is like completely outside my realm of knowledge. All I'm gonna say is I want them to bring the baby gun back.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. That's the only one weapon I would be okay with them bringing back.
I'm not gonna be able to answer this question either. But yeah, let's go.
This question's stupid. Fuck this question.
Highest
this is a
round
lot,
someone
yeah.
reached during the beta. It was 617,
Dang.
which is an
God, you guys are
impressive
losers.
number given the time that players had to play Van Dorn Farm. So congratulations. What?
Didn't even mention the person. Disappointing. This is what I want to see. Super Easter egg in Black Ops 7.
Super Easter egg.
Please. Please.
Will there be a
Like
super
connecting
Easter egg
from
in
map
Black
to
Ops
map?
7?
You'll see.
A super Easter egg is something that we care a lot about. We know the community cares a lot about, and we want to do it right. So it's something we're looking into for Black Ops 7. This being a continuation from 6 to 7, it makes a lot
6
of sense
7.
if we're going to do one to have it at the end
Shut up.
of this year.
Thanks for the feedback.
Okay, that's it. So that's fucking stupid. So they're saying if you want a super Easter egg, go buy Black Ops 6, complete every Easter egg for those maps. Buy Black Ops 7, complete every single Easter egg for those maps, and then there you go. In only Black Ops 7 and Black Ops 7 only, you can have the super Easter egg. That's fucking stupid. All in all, I'm gonna give this Intel drop about like a C-. Kind of disappointed. You're not able to have the customization I thought you would in Curse Mode, which is really disappointing because they advertised it as classic zombies. Like Black Ops 3 style point system is back and this and that. No mini-map, starting with a pistol, and they're kind of just misleading the audience, and that is just classic Call of Duty. Like, I'm glad they're listening a little bit, because Battlefield is on their ass, and if they don't start to pick up, like, now, they're never going to be the same. So, that part is cool, but everything else is kind of just a let down a little bit, if I'm going to be honest.
I'm gonna give him a D, a grade D. There's just a lot of like smaller details that I don't think people care that much about. Like, I guess we learned a couple useful things about the curse mode and some of the weapons, but like, does anybody really want the Olympia back? Like, who really cares about that
I think
gun?
they're using that as an example, but I'd
It's just
rather,
filler.
like I said, have an original weapon that we haven't seen and have it only on one map instead of every single one like they do in Black Ops 6, where they added the Krig and they made it available on every single map. In Black Ops 3, like I said, HG40 came out in DLC 2. It's only available on the DLC 2 Zombies map. PPSH came out in DLC 3, only available in DLC 3 Zombies map. And you get the point. It's just a little annoying to see shit like that. So, I don't know. And then the first question was stupid. What's changing? Oh yeah, we looked at high rounds and stuff like that. And yeah, it was really cool feedback. That doesn't answer the fucking question.
We're gonna tell you more about it later in the video. Maybe. They did not.
All in all,
Whatever.
we're disappointed. We will review the game when it comes out, however. I'm very excited to play it in a month still. I hope it is good. I do not wish anything bad, obviously, because us as a zombies community, we need to be revived and thriving for, you know, the game itself to stay alive, because we like it. So, I hope it does well.
This video may have been a stinker, but we gotta remember what our experience was like playing the beta. I had a lot of fun playing the beta.
I did have fun.
It felt really good.
It felt good.
And a lot of the changes they have here is like disappointing, but it doesn't seem like it's going to hugely affect the game, so I still have high hopes for it.
Agreed. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, November 14th, make sure to play the game if you have it pre-ordered or if you have Xbox Game Pass, and let us know what you're excited for, what you're disappointed by, and if you don't give a shit about this game in the comments below. We will be making more videos about this game, obviously, because that's our channel.
Leave your thoughts in the comments below, like the video, give us some engagement, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.